Recently, the tuition cost at UNCW has increased by $200. This leaves many of us wondering what we can cut back on to save us money. At the UNCW Department of Environmental Health and Safety, they're working on solving this problem for us. One idea that you wouldn't quite expect is clotheslines. Not many would contribute their dryers to having an effect on their tuition cost, but dryers contribute to a surprising percentage of energy consumed in the United States.
Dryers themselves make up 10 to 30% of your residential electric bill. So if you went back to clothesline drying, you're saving 10 to 30%.
It's very inexpensive. The initial startup fee would have to be the price of the actual clothesline, but generally that comes fixed in with the house cost because it's such a normal thing. It's not really a bonus, it's just an expected thing. Other than that, it's free. It's just a bit of sunshine, a bit of breeze. It's always good. Hopefully no rain. If there's rain, then we hang it up inside in front of the old heater.
Along with being inconvenienced if it's a rainy day like today, there are some safety risks that come along with using clotheslines.
We have problems controlling humidity indoors. So an indoor clothesline, in the winter it's not a problem, but if you try to dry clothes indoors, the heating and air conditioning system is designed to get the humidity out of the air for us exhaling. But if you start putting the humidity from the clothes in there, in the summer, and we're already in the high humidity in Wilmington, it's very difficult to control the humidity. You could end up with indoor air quality or mold issues. The fire department also, in residential facilities like residence halls, they don't allow strings or wires to be strung across because it's a firefighter entrapment issue if they go in to rescue someone. If the lights are out, they can get entrapped in a wire. Outdoors, it's mainly been aesthetic, and that's been the issue.
Although clotheslines are currently not in use, there are indoor items that are similar, like the drying racks. Using the drying racks along with using the dryer will help you decrease the amount of energy used. If the campus does decide to give clotheslines a try, an even bigger problem we might encounter is convincing students to give up the convenience of using an electric dryer.
I don't use clotheslines because with the places I live in, it takes up too much room to string up a line to hang dry my clothes, so it's just more convenient to put them in the dryer.
I'm from the East Coast in Australia, in Sydney, but I've moved over to the West Coast. Only probably in the last year have I actually used a dryer, and that's only due to laziness. But other than that, I've never used a dryer growing up. I've always had a clothesline, always. It's a couple of different shapes. There's the Hills hoist that sort of spins around. There's the old pull out with the lines, or sometimes, we had some rough times, we just tied a piece of rope from one end to the roof to the other.
I don't want to use clotheslines because if we hung our clothes out there, it'd be smelly and gross and they would get dirty because of all the debris and stuff blowing around.
What I like about the clothesline, it's just a natural way to get your clothes dry, And if you live in different areas, sometimes your clothes come back with a bit of a different smell. Just using the sun for what it is, it's a bit of a waste using a dryer if you can dry your clothes by other means. Yeah, everyone makes a comment, oh my gosh, I just did my laundry or I just washed my sheets, and I love how they smell like the sun or how they smell like, that's what everyone likes. Yes, everyone talks about it, it's a normal thing. It doesn't smell like dryer sheets, it smells like fresh air, sunshine, it smells like summer.
Currently, the use of clotheslines is against regulations at UNCW, but there could be a possibility that laundry will be hanging in the future.